Right, okay, cool.
Don't shout too
All
loud
right.
though.
Hello and welcome to hello and welcome to Rear Naked Chat, your number one source for listening to two guys who aren't anybody, but we have opinions about the Ultimate Fighter and we want to share them with you.
Correct.
So we are today
Well said.
talking TUF Live Episode 7, Team Cruz versus Team Faber. And last week, obviously, we got to see John Tickle unfortunately lose. I still hope we see him in the UFC.
Christical.
What did I say? John Tickle.
John Tickle, yeah. He was
Who's
a Big Brother contestant at the UK
we
heavyweight years ago.
complete opposite.
Very odd man. Wasn't he like a 40-year-old virgin?
Yeah, basically proper geek, but
Real geek.
likable. But likable.
Yeah. So that's about the only thing he's got in common with
Chris
Christical. I think.
Tickle. Yeah. But like I said, I hope we really see Chris Tickle in the UFC. I think there's always room for a guy like that.
Well, at the very least, it seems Dominic Cruz believes he's got the potential
Yeah, yeah,
because he came down very hard on him, man. I thought it was a
yeah,
bit
man. That
harsh
was
by Cruz. I've
okay. Which bit did you think you went too far?
because I'd say all through this series, I've praised Cruz's coaching.
Yep.
I think he's got everything spot on, and
Yep.
his mind games with Faber. I think he's handled everything very well.
Yeah.
Um, but I thought, and Chiesa said the exact same thing I did, but I had this thought at the time as well. Was it was a bit harsh to say that to him straight after the fight, man. I mean,
Timing wise, yeah.
at least let him get over it. Then come to training the next day, and then when you're at practice, break down. Look, okay, this is what you did wrong. This is why I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
But to kind of jump on him directly after the fight, there's nothing. It's not going to change anything at that particular point.
Mm.
I mean, when you do it in practice, it's like, okay, look, this is what you did wrong,
Mm.
and now I'm wanting to work on it.
Yeah.
It's you got control over. But what does it do to just tell him that straight after the fight, apart from just rub it in the fact that he's just lost? Because
There
that's
was
got to be devastating, man.
there was definitely an element of like, okay, Cruz is just angry here. I'd say 50% of it was angry. But I think that it was a good point to be made then because it wasn't about anything necessarily technical. It was such a simple point. You didn't listen. It was
Yeah,
such a simple point. You can make that after the fight. You can wait a day. And he was really making a point to the other teammates now, I think, as well, because he's thinking, right, Tickle's lost and he's out. So I can't really do anything for him now other than just continue training him. But I
yeah.
can do something for my remaining fighters by sending this message home now at the most powerful time. It's the most impactful then, when emotions are high and everything.
No, but
It's not necessarily best
only
for
Tickle's
Tickle.
emotions are high, really, at that point.
Um, no, the team as well. There must be an element of, oh shit, our teammate lost. Like, bearing in mind the week that you have, it's all training and it all builds up to that point when it's like they're live on TV in the fight and it's our team.
I think it still could have waited till practice the next day. I think they could have from the outside they would have all seen that he wasn't listening,
Yeah,
and then that could have been the point to make in the morning. Look, you saw what happened when he didn't listen.
yeah.
It's very important that you do listen. I think it was more that Dominic Cruz was just really pissed off, and he was
Yeah,
just.
he was frustrated.
I think that was more him being annoyed than him being tactical. It
Right,
seemed.
okay.
But having said that, I
I,
don't know. I'm not as well
to be honest, I felt the opposite way. I felt like I liked him more because he did that. Because like I said, I'm of the school of belief like you strike while the iron's hot, kind of thing,
Mm,
and that's the time when that message is going to have the most impact.
yeah, but when you've just lost,
Yeah, I
you
kind of
don't
know. I've never been
you
in an
don't want to
MMA
hear
fight.
anything, man. You know you're feeling as low as you can get, and then
Yeah.
to have it then rubbed in your face. Because
Freaking as well.
I
He
mean,
kept saying freaking.
it's not that much of a comparison, but I remember when I played basketball in America,
Yeah.
and I remember our coach would scream at us before the game,
Right.
all through the game,
Was he like
especially.
Rampage's trainers?
Yes, he was nuts. I mean, he broke his wedding ring a few times, just slamming his hand on the floor, just crazy, and it was all motivation, and it was all because he wanted us to play as well as we
Mm.
could. Um,
But it
and
wasn't
if
doing you no
man,
good.
if we were playing badly first half during
Yeah.
that halftime team talk, he would just just abuse us, just verbally, just But no matter how the game went,
Yeah.
after it was finished,
Yeah.
he never ever shouted at us.
Oh, really?
It was like, now's
your
not
best.
the time.
Oh,
Now's
okay.
not the time.
Okay.
Train it. We know what we did wrong,
Yeah.
but we can't fix it right now.
Yeah.
Fix it in training. And then we'd
Yeah,
get
but
to
that's the
training
thing,
and then
but
he'd
that's what
make
I'm
us
saying.
run our asses off.
It differs for Cruz because you're saying your training couldn't be fixed then, but you have other matches to go along. Like for Tickle, it's done now. Like it's almost like Dominic Cruz is like, I've kind of, yeah, you're gonna hang around, but my hands are, I'm done with you now, really.
That is a very good point.
Like,
that is a very good
what
point.
can I do to you now?
Next week he won't be training the same fighter, will he?
No.
Yeah, that's a very good
So
point,
gone.
actually.
So that's what I'm saying. He did it for the benefit of the remaining fighters to say, look at what I'm saying here. This is the best example of what I can say. Listen to me. Listen to the coaches, because this is what will happen.
Yeah,
right in front of you.
And,
but,
and also, you never know. That might be the turning point of Tickle's career.
Yeah,
you never know. That might be the fire that
I did think it was funny when he got pissed off that he questioned his heart.
Yeah.
And what did he say? I made a note. Oh, that was it. He goes like, "Don't ever question my heart," because he was saying like basically you tapped out. That's like, you could have. He was trying to make that point. You could have gutted it out for another 15 seconds.
Right.
I'm not sure if he could have. He couldn't. He looked like it was pretty tight, and he looked like he went as far as he could.
Yeah, he was fighting it for quite a while, I thought.
Yeah, he fought it for ages. But then again, I always think, okay, like when UFC fighters come out, and this is the most commonly said thing: "I don't give up for nobody."
Mm-hmm.
And yet, how many people tap out? It's like you shouldn't say that and then tap out. To me, that's almost like false advertising, almost as a UFC product. They should punish their fighters for people who say, "I don't ever give up," and then they tap out.
No, well, okay. For example, Big Nog against Frank Mir.
Yeah.
Didn't tap. Got his fucking humerus snapped in half.
That's true.
He can't train for what, 2 months after that at least. Has to have his arm put back together.
Could there be serious damage done on a choke?
Choke's different.
You just pass out.
Because you've seen people pass out off them.
Yeah.
But I suppose once you know you're going to pass out, does it count as quitting?
Does it matter? Yeah.
Does that count as quitting?
Yeah, if like with your last bit of energy, you just go.
I can't be bothered to have to pass out and be revived.
Go through
I've lost. It's not. In fact, it's almost like it's not quitting if you've already lost.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Okay.
But at the same time, you shouldn't say that.
Yeah, just don't say that. I
agree with that.
Because people do pass out, and it's like they're in the minority, to be honest.
They don't quit. Yeah.
But there was a bit when so he questioned his heart, and then he got all pissed off, and Tickle's response was, "I fucking love my little daughter and my fucking son. Don't ever tell me I don't have heart."
No, he said I left my daughter and son.
No.
I left them to come here and fight. I've left them behind.
Oh, right, I fucking left my little daughter. I thought you said love. But maybe that makes more sense.
So he took heart, meaning like...
Well, I thought like when I heard love, I thought, hold on, he's not calling you like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
No, exactly, no. I don't think he took it. I think he said I left my daughter and son behind.
Okay. Yeah.
So don't say I haven't like given up shit to come and...
Okay, right.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Okay, and
we could go back and double check that.
Yeah, but wasn't Chiesa as well when he commented like even he was feeling bad when he's like I was about to step up and say something to Cruz. I was like, oh, I'd love to have seen that. I'd love to have seen that.
That was talk as well, I think.
Well,
I thought Tickle kept it together pretty well though. To be honest,
he did all right. Yeah,
considering he was on national TV, basically getting called a bitch.
Yeah, well, not a bitch. Like... He was just being honest, man. He was saying, look, you didn't listen. You lost because you didn't listen to me.
Yeah, but the way he delivered, he could have delivered it a bit more.
It was just blunt. It was blunt.
It was blunt. But
then what about Faber, mate? Faber getting involved.
Stepping in. What did he mean? When he was going 21 title fights? What did that mean?
Basically, he said to him. It was so annoying, right?
Was he saying every fight I've ever had is a title fight?
No. He's probably had 21 title fights, including like just minor titles in minor fucking promotions and shit. But it was annoying when he said to him, "You've had 4 title fights and you lost all of them." Then he went, "No, 21 actually." And then he went, "In the last year." He stepped going, "No, 21. 21." So it's like he's already corrected that part of the sentence. Move on.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was a interesting little exchange there between them.
Again, just a bit embarrassing.
I thought it wasn't as bad as their previous ones.
No, for Faber, I meant like.
Oh, right, you think Faber came off quite badly in that, yeah?
First of all, you should just mind your own business.
Definitely. I was worried that public perception might be that, oh no, Faber's doing a good thing because Cruz is
No,
being too harsh and he's
to
trying to help
me
him
though,
out.
Faber wasn't doing that because he was trying to help Tickle out. He
No.
was trying that because he wanted to make Dominic Cruz look bad.
Yeah.
That was the strong feeling I got.
Yeah, he sandwiched it. In fact, he did like a Dominic Cruz sandwich. He started out talking about leave Tickle alone,
Yeah,
then started popping off Dominic Cruz, then ended it again with, yeah, just leave Tickle alone.
yeah,
He tried
exactly.
to sandwich it in the middle.
Yeah, because when he got to the bit when he attacked Cruz and Cruz turned around and went, you're shit. You dress like a bomb.
Yeah, Cruz
You've lost
dealt
all
with
your
him.
title defenses.
Cruz
He just went, yeah, leave Tickle alone, man. So,
Yeah, no one cares about anything you've got to say.
No, exactly. That's such a great cuss, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody cares. But yeah, that's always. I always enjoy their little exchanges.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like, Cruz was mad, man. Did you see the veins popping on his
was
neck?
pissed.
He was worked up, man.
He was pissed, yeah.
Ah.
But that was uncharacteristic for him.
Yeah, to show so much emotion. He's usually so cool.
But that's what I mean. Again, maybe he should have waited till
Yeah.
training when he had a cooler
True.
head.
And likewise, Faber, like you said, that it's so obvious what he was trying to do, because if he was really that concerned about Tickle, he also could have spoke to Tickle privately. Didn't he do it in front of everyone?
Yeah. Very true. But yeah, so then it went to the house, back to the house, and they had a weird moment with Andy Ogle talking about when he was sharing his dream.
Oh, yeah.
The
It's
thing
weird
was-
at Andy Ogle. Hold on, just quickly. Sometimes they subtitle him and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And it's not like his like enunciation is getting
Mumbling.
better. It's always the same. You know, I mean, we're English. I feel like I need the subtitles with him as well.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's
yeah.
just a very strong Geordie accent.
Yeah, but he because we've talked before about because it's live, they only have limited footage week to week to make
So they have to
sort
make
of
the best
into a
of it.
show.
Yeah.
So it's not like they can pick and choose. So when he sat down and he was like, "I had a really bad dream," and they were like, "Oh yeah, you want to share that, bro?" Like,
Yeah.
I kind of thought, is this like the TUF production have gone? Like, please just give us something remotely interesting. Like, oh, you had a bad dream, yeah, right. Can we just film this bit? You just ask him what his dream was about, and like. But then, 5 minutes later, I was like, oh no, he's actually just a bit nuts.
Yeah, of course he is, man. He's cracking hard.
Yeah,
He's cracking.
he's nuts.
Because that's what it's interesting that because I started to notice that it's like, okay, Sam Ogle's definitely cracking,
Yeah,
and then later on in the show, it felt like actually Sam Cecilia's starting to crack as well a little bit.
yeah.
And it's just that thing that when Dana White came in, he's like, you've come in at the right time, mate, because some of these fuckers, the house is getting to them.
I wonder if it was for those two's benefit. Like almost, he's seen the footage for that week or whatever.
Yeah, could have been.
Or it's been leaked, or maybe even the coaches have gone, look, can you
need to
come
come
in and have a
in,
word?
yeah,
'Cause I think,
yeah.
Andy Ogle might kill someone.
Yeah.
um,
I thought it would have been funnier, right, if who was he talking to? Justin Lawrence and Sam Cecilia, wasn't he? Telling them about their dream. So he's saying like, I had this dream that my wife got murdered and stuff, or my girlfriend got murdered. They should have started fucking with him, like, yeah, maybe you should go ask Dana, if you're allowed a phone call, just to see if she's still alive and shit. Just start fucking with his head. So he's just because he's on the opposite team as well.
nah,
He seems like a guy that could be easily
he-
done like that.
but he seems a bit scary.
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah,
a bit unhinged. Like they
course he is,
would
man.
probably think if you start fucking with him, he might kill us in our sleep.
Yeah.
Like, he might just snap and go on a rampage with a kitchen knife or something.
I have a theory about the guys who crack in the house, in that I think the wrestlers, the traditional ones who have come through wrestlings, are more mentally tough, and the strikers tend to be the more crazier ones in the house. The ones a bit more mentally
Any evidence
unstable.
to back that up?
No, only the fact that Sam Cecilia and Ogle this week have shown like they're starting to crack.
Well, I'd say the thing that they've got in common more is that this is the longest series so far, isn't it?
What do they
As you
mean by
said.
that, by the way, longest series? Because
Usually they're in there for 6 weeks.
Right.
They probably have 2 fights a week.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Because usually they film just for 6 weeks.
Gotcha.
So they cram it all in.
Right.
But the two thing they've got in common is neither of them have fought yet.
Oh, that's true. That happens every series.
So that anticipation, the
guy
longer it
towards the
goes,
end,
everyone
yeah,
else has fought. Okay,
yeah.
I've got it out of the way.
Yeah.
Whereas that purse is just building and building
True,
and building.
it's more
Like,
like,
you must
yeah.
so badly just want to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
I reckon that's got something to do with it.
I just thought maybe because of the wrestling background, I think the wrestlers, from what we hear, when you're an amateur wrestler, your mental toughness is pushed.
Wasn't Chris Lieben a wrestler?
Nah, he's a striker, surely.
Back then.
Lieben.
He is now, but back then, didn't he come in as a wrestler? Koscheck definitely did.
Koscheck was, yeah.
But
I don't
actually,
think. I
he
reckon
didn't crack, he was
Lieben's
bullying
been.
people.
Yeah, he got bullied into that. But now Lieben, I'll be very surprised if he was a wrestling background because he's never ever shown anything of that.
I think you're right as far as the wrestling training making you mentally tough, but I'd say Muay Thai as well. There's a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
Or karate, boxing, all martial arts make you mentally tough, I'd say.
But it's something
really.
you hear again and again from people who know wrestling. They always say that the mental toughness of a wrestler is like almost unmatched because of the grind that they go through.
Yeah.
Constant grind.
You might be right. I can't really argue with that.
Who was this week's fighter as well? Kofa. He was a wrestler, wasn't he? And
Yeah.
he seemed pretty mentally stable, I said.
Yeah. In fact, do you want to get to the fight?
Yeah. I don't think I've got anything else on the house.
No.
There was a lot of last minute cramming before the fight again. It's like Cruz's thing of like just getting them mentally ready is gone now. Now it's just panic.
Like, remember what you've been training for.
Yeah. So round one then. How did you score that?
In my notes, I've just put dry. My main observation.
Okay, I had a few more notes.
Wait, well, I've got a little just to expand on that a little bit. For me, it seemed like they basically followed both of the coaches' advice, but that sort of made them cancel each other out a bit. So, Pichel was working the takedown defense, and Kofa was trying to work on the footwork to kind of keep it, keep from getting knocked out or whatever.
Yeah, keep his distance and movement.
It just kind of neutralised each other a bit. I thought it was a bit uneventful for me.
I gave the first round 10-9 to Kofa.
I'd give the round to Kofa.
Yeah, he had better movement. He made him miss more. But then right at the end of the round, Pichel just started brawling with him right at the end. And he's like, okay, that's what you need to do, mate. That's what you need to do. And that's pretty much what he started doing in round two then.
Round two, he carried it over, didn't he? I put... he caught him early a couple of times and then slammed him late.
That was weird though. Because Kofa's the wrestler. He's not even a wrestler, is he? They were worried about Pichel getting taken down.
Yeah, slammed the fuck out of him. Didn't he? Maybe he wasn't expecting it though.
Yeah.
I'd say early Pichel had him on stand up and late got him with that slam. In the middle, Kofa had a little bit of success. Then he tagged a couple of times or whatever.
But round two definitely Pichel. So
and I think that big slam just gave him momentum. He just rode that momentum into the third round.
Yeah, it just opened up a whole new strategy. He didn't even think that this was possible. So it's like, wow, I can do this now. I can just fucking slam him.
Yeah, and then that was it. Game over, wasn't it? Pretty quick. So
I can't remember. How did it actually end? It was a points win.
Triangle, wasn't it? No, wasn't it an arm triangle?
I don't remember. Oh, that was it, arm triangle. Which is weird for TUF. It's like I don't expect to see arm triangles.
No. But yeah, he did well. Actually, I noted something as well, because obviously I like reading up a bit as well, just seeing what's going on in the world of MMA. And I stumbled onto a thread on a message board about this, and somebody's comment was, they should have stood him up in the second round with that 69 they had going. Kofa had some nuts in his face, and it made the fight pretty gay.
I love the idea that this guy out there, that's what he's like looking out for. It's like, I love MMA, but when it gets to a gay position, sorry, I have to change the channel.
Somebody's put as a reply to that, what? So they should just stop the fights whenever you feel uncomfortable. And then it's like the 69 position should have got stood back up after it began to get awkward. They had a chance to make something happen, and all they did was make it awkward. To be fair though, that was a pretty uneventful position.
It could have been, nothing.
A lot of time just got sort of pissed away.
There's literally no movement. It was literally just stuck in stalemate in that position. Very, very happy for Team Cruz, man. Like I said, I'm big on.
And actually, we touched on that Cecilia bit as well. Cruz, I won't say redeemed himself because I've been bigging him up all season, but showed as well. Cecilia was losing it a bit, stepped in, gave him a good bit of advice.
Yeah, gave him a little talking to.
Could see it really work. So, maybe I was wrong saying that he shouldn't have shouted at Tickle because he
Yeah, I think there's a plan beyond.
probably knows a lot more about this than I do.
Exactly,
So.
and I think he only done it because it was Tickle.
Yeah.
Tickle, even at certain points, was trying to sort of talk back. It's like, look, you don't need to talk back right now.
No.
You know what I mean, I'm only doing this because this is how you deal with a fucking Chris Tickle. You've just got to talk him when he's at his lowest. Otherwise, he'll just come back. He'll always come back.
Yeah.
But at the end, when Sam got picked, he looked very uncomfortable, man. I'm worried about Sam Cecilia because I don't know. He just something in his eyes, his body language. He was just uncomfortable, and I think mentally something's going on up there. I don't know what, but something's happening.
Cruz will straighten him out.
Straighten
him out. Yeah.
Because he's potentially so good, and if he gets fucked up by just a little thing of like, because he got picked to fight quite late on, and during that time he just fucked himself up mentally, it'd be such a shame.
True. But we will see next week.
So it's all even now, isn't it? 3-3?
3 apiece, yeah.
Sam should win now. Oh, there was one fucking bait bit with Faber, man. He really pissed me off. He tried
what did he do?
When they were talking about the fight picks, when they got their team together,
right?
And he was the one with the mohawk, Chris.
Yeah.
And he was trying to say to him, he was trying to convince him that his stand-up is better than Sam Cecilia's. That's why I'm going to pick you. Where really it's like a lamb to the slaughter. And he was just like trying to hide it. It's the way he was trying to hide it by saying, you match up well with him. Your stand-up's definitely better than his.
Yeah,
it's like, he's your last pick. You didn't even pick him. You got lumbered with him.
Yeah, exactly. Be honest.
Yeah, Sam Cecilia was like Cruz's second pick. Like, we know what the situation is here.
The only thing I'd say in his defence is, as a coach,
what else can you do?
Apart from technical training, you got to get him mentally prepared as well. So.
Yeah.
But it was.
It just felt like bullshit. It felt bullshit, mate.
It felt bullshit.
Yeah.
It was a bit too transparent. Yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So that's it for this one.
Okay.
Tune in next week. We are Rear Naked channel on YouTube, as you know, because you're here.
Rear Naked again.
At Rear Naked Chat on Twitter and rearnakedchat@gmail.com. We're releasing 2 on the same day today, so watch out for the TUF.
Yeah, if you've just watched this, watch Brazil if you're watching.
That's like we like to be honest, guys. We both prefer that a lot more to live, to be honest.
Yeah.
Tune in for that one as well. And that's about it. Peace and love.
See you.